Right, I have a pan of hamburger and a bowl. And what I'm going to show you today is how I do my hamburger recipe. I've had several people ask about that. Like that's really going to work. You can see it a little bit better anyway. Alright, first off, wash your hands. You have to have clean hands for this. And we take and empty our hamburger into this bowl. Fresh hamburger. I think it was probably, looks like it was ground this morning. Do the rest of it in here. Alright. Toss this in the trash. And so we have our bowl of ground beef. And I'll kind of just break it up a little bit. Alright, and we'll scrounge around here on the shelf. Okay, here's two of my ingredients. French's yellow mustard, and of course the label is gone, but this is Heinz ketchup. And of course, we will need 1 egg. Alright. And there it goes. And I will just set the camera down for a second while I put the eggs back. And I will take the mustard as soon as it runs down. And I will go around about that many times. And ketchup I will add about that much. And I will add 1 egg. See if I can still do this. And I can't. Oh, there we go. 1 hand. Alright, now the fun part, we get to mix it up. Alright, so I just mixed this off camera a little bit. And just kind of work it in until it's like a big piece of dough anyway. That's the way I always do it. I've kneaded this with my hands. But you can use a spoon or anything you want to. And the next thing you'll want to do is to go ahead and make the patties out. And of course I'll just reach in and just kind of squeeze them together. And you'll want pretty good sized patties because they will shrink. That didn't work out right, so I'll just work it back into a ball again and I will patty it back out. And that's probably about the size you're going to want because like I said, it will shrink. This is about a 4-inch diameter patty and it's about 3/4 of an inch thick. They will shrink. And I've got a pan that they go on. I don't know how many that I'm going to get out of this. There will be several. Here's another one. I could make them a little bit thinner. There, that one is a little bit smaller. That's probably more like what they should be. So a ball about that big, you just kind of work it into a ball. And just kind of flatten it out a little bit. Alright, I wound up with, let's see, there's 12 here. And there's 3 here, so I wound up with 15 patties. So that comes from a package that's a little over 3 pounds. There we go. 73.27. You can get different, you can get 80.20. To me it's a little dry. 75.25 is pretty good. This might be a little messy. 73%. Oh well. It'll still be good. So the next part is to go out and fire up the grill. Now I'm at the grill, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and pull the grate off, and I'm just going to dump charcoal in. Get rid of these few pieces here. And I'm just going to load it up. Normally you don't need that much, but I have a lot of cooking that I'm going to do this afternoon. So go ahead and load it up real good. Have plenty of heat. Because I have some chicken strips that I will be grilling also. So I don't want to run low on heat any. I've done that before. I've actually had the fire go out and everything else, which isn't good. Probably too much of a pyramid. I like to stack the coals up in a pyramid until they get hot. Then I will take a little small garden rake, and then I'll just drag them down. Well, we're getting there. Looks good. Alright, now I'll just load it down with some starter. That's another thing that I'm not too shy with either. I'm kind of generous with the starter. Alright, we'll let that set so we can start the fire! Fire! Normally you don't have to do that. Now, I'll just go ahead and set the grate back on it. So we can burn all the residue off. I might want to go ahead and move that also. I'm sure someone's going to comment and say, yeah, that's real smart, leaving the starter by the fire. And you're right, that is kind of dumb. Alright, well, after the coals ash up, we'll get the burgers on it. Alright, I've already cooked a batch of chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the burgers on. And this fire is hotter than usual, so these aren't going to take any time at all. And what we are going to do is we're going to let these sit here for a few minutes so they kind of firm up. Oh yeah, if you notice the smoke, that's the grease that's coming out of them. Oh great, looks like I'm just going to get it done in time, because now I feel a mist. Slight drizzle. I don't think that's really going to affect anything though. I hope. Of course you're going to get this when you open the lid up. All the smoke. There's some fire. Fire! Fire! But they're looking good so far, so we'll just close the lid. And step back for a few minutes. Now we're going to raise the lid up. And I'm going to try to flip these. I'm going to get my utensils dug out. And I'll put the lid back down and let it set for a few more minutes. Now, another one of my parts to the recipe is barbecue sauce. The favorite that I have found is Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I buy that at a twin pack at Sam's Club. I don't know how much it costs. Like I said, this fire is hot. Then again, I did not skimp on the charcoal at all. Instead, I got stingy with the quality of meat that I used. Like I said, I probably should have used leaner meat, but it's one of those things, I guess. Just goes with it. Youch. And I'm probably just going to give them one more turn. Thunder over Louisville tonight. I think they're expecting a crowd of 800,000. Last year, they had problems. It rained, it flooded, the Ohio River was up. Just all kinds of problems. And this year, they're expecting a huge crowd. That probably would be an awesome photo opportunity, but I'm not going. It's just too much trouble getting in and out. Not for me. I've got another friend of mine, Ultra Classic 1987, on YouTube. He's actually talking about wanting to take his boat and go up there one time. I think it was like last fall he talked about that, and I said, just have at it. And the problem is, there's probably going to be so many people up there with boats, the level of the river is going to rise 2 feet just for the displacement of all the boats that's in the water. Probably not really, but that's just a sarcastic joke, you know, that we had made. But for many people that didn't know, Thunder over Louisville is the start of the Derby celebration, because the Derby is next weekend, I think, the Kentucky Derby. Oh well. But anyway, and the burgers are ready to come off, and they're ready to go on a bun. So there we have it, my hamburgers. I guess you can call it my famous hamburgers. Everyone likes my hamburgers, and they wondered how I made them. So that's what they look like when they're done. Like I said, they shrunk a little bit, but they'll be okay. I think that takes about 20 to 25 minutes to cook on the grill, as hot as this is anyway. And kind of easy to make, there's nothing fancy. So, hope that you can get a chance to try my hamburgers out, and hope you like them. And until I think of something else to cook, thanks for watching.